Hi, Shannon O'Flaherty here. Part of what I teach is non-attachment. And the thing we humans love to be attached to is our belief systems, our emotions, our perceptions, the way things are. And we like to be attached to these things because it keeps us right and it keeps us comfortable. But really, having a paradigm shift is a really exciting thing. So when I was 9 years old, my parents moved us to Buenos Aires, Argentina, from a typical leaf-filled village in a suburb of New York City. I had that childhood, and then suddenly we moved to Buenos Aires. What a paradigm shift on all sorts of levels. Okay, new culture. We're in the city. We did eventually move out to the suburbs, but still very different. A whole different government, a new language, new friends, new school, new everything. Paradigm shift on every level. A new way to have to perceive what up until then had been my normal childhood. Right? So was it easy? No, but it was also exciting because I was just a kid. It's much easier to accept a new paradigm when you're still in your formative years. I'm really grateful for that time in my life now because it readied me as a norm to accept new paradigms and new opportunities. And really, life throws new opportunities and challenges at us all of the time. And so the easiest way to get into non-attachment is to put yourself out of your comfort zone on a regular basis so that you can experience a paradigm shift, a self-imposed paradigm shift. Because when you do that, it shows you a whole new aspect of yourself. And it's not always comfortable, but for sure, we always learn something else about ourselves. So we can be attached to all sorts of things, right? One of the things I swore I would never do in 100 million years was have a tattoo. Because although they're kind of cool on other people, I'm not from that generation. It wasn't something that I ever really felt was for me. And I wasn't overly thrilled on seeing them on other people. And I was attached to that belief. And I swore out loud all the time, even though my son has a tattoo and lots of people I know have tattoos and it's their personal choice. So no judgment to them. But I swore never, never would I get one. And then my cat died. My beloved Bliss, my 18-and-a-half-year-old cat died about 3 weeks ago. And it was devastating. It flattened me. I couldn't believe how sad I was to lose my familiar. And the vet sent me little paw prints of hers, and they were just so cute. And my goddaughter said, "Oh, that's so cute. Why don't you get a little tattoo?" My response to her was, "Stop that immediately, young lady," because immediately I knew in the core of my being that that was absolutely the perfect thing for me to do. Because am I attached to my cat? Yes, I am. Is she gone? Yes, she is. Can I find a way to have her with me always? Yes, I could. I could have her little tattoo, her little paw tattooed on me. And so I changed my perspective on tattoos for me and went ahead and did that. So never say never, because you never know, right? I also swore I'd never move back to the frozen north in England, and turns out that was the best thing I could have ever done, because I came back, healed the last remaining things I needed to heal, and now I'm super happy to live here. But we get very attached to our childhood perceptions too. And these childhood perceptions we made when we didn't have all of the information available to us. So when you push yourself out of your comfort zone into a new experience that might be really uncomfortable, so that it can reflect back to you, you can really learn a lot about yourself. So because I want to do a TEDx talk this year, and I am on a course learning all about how you go about that, I thought it would be interesting to push myself outside of my comfort zone and do a stand-up comedy course. Now, I can be funny, but I'm no stand-up comedian. And it was not comfortable having to do comedy. But my reasoning in my head was that if I have to be funny for 5 whole minutes and entertain people on stage, then certainly giving a speech about something I'm passionate about can't possibly be that bad. And maybe I'd really enjoy it and end up doing stand-up comedy. Well, I did it. I performed it. It was fine. No, I'm probably not going to do that again. It didn't feel me. It didn't feel congruent with who I was, but I learned a lot about myself in the process. Last year, I wanted to clear up some old beliefs I had about myself, and I wanted to get in touch with my body at 60, my body post-menopause. And so I went on a sacred sexuality retreat. Surprise, I was the oldest person there at 60 years old and naked a fair amount of the time. I can tell you that was not comfortable at all. I was so self-conscious. I was really nervous a lot of the time. But I'm really glad I did it because I learned so much about myself, and talking to all of the other people there who were in the same boat as I and hearing everybody else's stories, it really put my own stuff in perspective. And although I can't exactly put my finger on what it was that shifted me, so much healing came out of that experience. And the whole week was extremely, extremely uncomfortable, but I'm really, really glad I did it. So how are you going to get out of your fixed mindset, your attachment to how things have to be, and create a new paradigm for yourself? How are you going to push yourself outside of your comfort zone so that you can expand your ability to perceive things in a new way? It doesn't mean that it's going to become the new way, like stand-up comedy. Okay, it was just something to experience that was different and new that I didn't feel comfortable with, just to find out why. What about it wasn't for me, right? Or what about it worked? What about it did I need to learn more of from myself? Same with the sacred sexuality retreat. I think it's really important, and it's a great healing tool if every year you would do something pretty major to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, to create a new paradigm shift for yourself so that you can experience a whole new way of looking at the world. And it might not be for you, but then you'll find out at a deep level what triggers you. It's just fascinating. It's a way much better and faster approach than reading any self-help book. I can tell you that, because you're in it and you're feeling all of your emotions all at once, and you've got all of the internal stuff going on. You're listening to your mind talk. You're feeling all of the energy in your body. It's really a great way to get in touch with yourself. So if you want to experience non-attachment to your boxed in way of thinking, to all of the ways that you're perhaps holding yourself back. Because what I hear all of the time from my clients is, I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to ask. I don't know what to do. Oh, yes, but, except that that's because you're not pushing yourself out. You need to expand past the edges of what you know in order to find the whole new world that's out there waiting for you. I'm really good at helping people realize that, and I'm really good at helping you look outside of your own imposed walls that you put around yourself. So why not book a mind shift call with me so that we can have that chat? It could be a life-changing moment for you. I look forward to hearing from you all. I love you all so much, and see you next time around. Bye for now.